Hello again to this video clip series called My Journey to God in a Very Secularized World. I would like to give you an idea in this video clip of some of the meetings that took place in my diocese here in Perugia, Italy. Because like in most dioceses around the world, once a month the priests meet with the bishop and like a permanent formation of the priest, ongoing formation of the priest. So every month there has been a meeting. So I'd like to give you a little bit of idea how priests are formed in the diocese. What I'm trying to really say is I'd like to give you an idea of the effects of Freemasonry in the diocese. Before I even begin with that, I would like to just point out that the president of the Italian Episcopal Conference, my cardinal of this diocese, Perugia, which he is, 6 months ago they changed bishops, but when these meetings took place, he was the Cardinal Gualtiero Bassetti, which the Pope Francis had made him a cardinal, even though the Diocese of Perugia was never a diocese with a cardinal in it. And at a certain point in May 14th, 2015, the Rotary Club, which is called by many the preparation for entering into the Freemasonry, the Rotary Club of all of Umbria gave Cardinal Bassetti the highest award possible in a celebration in the Cathedral of Perugia. And a few of my friends in Perugia told me that in that day the cathedral was full of Freemasons. And also wanted to point out that you might find it also interesting. You could find also on Google that many important clerics in the church are part of the Rotary Club, if not out and out openly the Freemasonry. Another member in the Rotary Club that was given the same high honor by the Rotary Club in 1999 was the Cardinal of Buenos Aires. And guess who? Cardinal Bergoglio. Because the Rotary Club is inspired by Freemasonry, and that is like the door before you enter into Freemasonry. And this is the reason why the Rotary Club has been named in many books as the White Freemasonry in many books. In Italian, Massoneria Bianca. I wrote an article several years ago called "Priests Systematically Brainwashed." If you look at that article, you can find much of what I'm going to say right now if you want the references and more details. This article, it offers an idea of how the priests in the Diocese of Perugia, Italy, have been indoctrinated in the past few years, led by Cardinal Gualtiero Bassetti, the president of the Italian Episcopal Conference. But there are many indications that the formation of the priests today in the whole world is similar to what the priests of Perugia are undergoing in a way that seems all good, in particular to many priests who pray very little and do not study anymore the divine revelation explained in the authentic documents of the church. I want to encourage you to pray for the poor priests, like right here in Perugia and the whole world, because I'm going to explain to you what these poor priests went through here in this diocese. On October 16th, 2019, for example, Professor Massimo Borghese at our meeting. The theme was the thought of Bergoglio and the prospective Pope of Pope Francis about the church and about the contemporary world. And the priests, watch how they have these meetings, because the first target of the Satan is the priest, because they have influence over a lot of souls. As you well know, that if priests do not know well their faith and morals according to the intangible divine revelation of all the centuries of mankind, explained by the true authentic magisterium of the church for 2,000 years, not just the last 10 years, as well as the Catechism of the Church, which summarizes it very well, in all probability the priests do not understand the great deception of what we listened to on October 16th. And on this meeting, this professor, Professor Massimo Borghese, he tried to convince we priests that Bergoglio, following Gaston Fessard, who proposes the problem of a Christian reading of Hegel, offers a better synthesis of faith and truth with a polar spirituality, a dialectic of life of the church and society. That's what he was telling us. The poor, unprepared priest of today, who did not receive either Thomism, nor logic, nor metaphysics in their seminaries, or Catholic colleges today, they are not familiar nor capable of understanding the writings of Popes Pius X, John Paul II, and Benedict XVI about the great danger of the dialectic of Hegel and of Karl Marx. Very few priests continue to study these things on their own in order to protect themselves and the souls entrusted to them. Because, Satan is very intelligent and he never sleeps. Thus, the great majority of the priests and bishops today are not capable of distinguishing between the truth of God and the truth of the world. That is, the beautiful lies of the old heresies represented. They are not prepared to understand the subtle differences between the writings of Gaston Fessard with Hegel and the encyclicals of the Pope, which deal with this argument, such as Pascendi Dominici Gregis, November 8th, 1907, or Centesimus Annus in 1991, or Spes Salvi in 2007, or Caritas in Verita in 2009, because Satan disguises himself as an angel of light, as St. Paul tells us. And the pastors are no longer capable or willing to protect the sheep from the very intelligent wolf. Just as chameleons change colors to hide in their environment, so too Satan changes and disguises his heresies according to what will be more easily received without detection in each era of the history of the world. There is nothing new under the sun. Satan rehashes old heresies with new nuances. Almost all the priests of Perugia on October 16th, 2019 believed that Borghese was very intelligent and was totally right. And you can go to my article to get more details on this. I might, I'll finish this video clip here. May God bless you and Mary guide you.